episode of Lost in the Farmer's Market, where today we're looking at this lovely specimen here. Its scientific name is Lavendula X intermedia Niko. And then, additionally, it's marketed under the name Phenomenal. It's lavender. It's the best lavender ever. The only lavender that I have ever grown that has survived the stress trials for several years in a row. In fact, it is the only lavender that persisted over in the old herb garden with minimal maintenance for upwards of 5 years. Eventually, it fell apart because I wasn't maintaining it, because that's what happens. That's what you're going to get. But that was the whole point of the test. It is single handedly the best lavender I've ever grown, and after a few years, I finally got a sample of it, another plant, and discovered I had never covered it on this channel. So here we are. Now, of course, lavender is in the mint family. It's Lamiaceae, so it is a mint, essentially. It just doesn't quite act like the mint you know. The specific patent for this plant, because there's a whole bunch of new ones now, it, which have similar names like exceptional, blah, 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 but phenomenal was the best. The plant patent for this plant is 24193. And it's actually a cross between Lavendula angustifolia and Lavendula latifolia. Now, angustifolia is the common lavender you'll buy at the store. It's a narrow-leafed lavender. Latifolia is usually the one that they use to produce stuff like Grosso. Whole different situation there. But anyway, this plant is a naturally occurring hybrid, so it doesn't have a native to region, but technically lavender is European. European, a little bit Mediterranean, a little bit Asian. Now, for our purposes, it is a evergreen perennial in zones 5 through 9. We're 8B, so it is definitely an evergreen perennial here. Soil pH preference is 6.5 to 7.5, which means it needs a little lime every year, which is something I wasn't doing with the original batch. It prefers soil that is well drained and not consistently constantly wet. The garden soil in this garden bed is 100% perfect for it because it will drain, but also due to the immense amount of mushroom compost I put in, it'll have the organic matter to continue going. Also, it's in the hose path and the maintenance zone, so it will get absolute maintenance that it needs. Now, additionally, the exposure for a lavender plant is full sun. No exceptions, full sun. And it gets that essentially. It gets about 8-ish hours of sun out here, so it should be fine. Its height is 24 inches to 36 inches. That's including the flower stalks, which, as you can see on this young specimen, flowers in motion. They're coming. Yeah. Its width can be 8 inches to 32 inches. Now, here's an interesting fact about lavender. Facts about the lavender. Lavender is a natural tick repellent. This has been verified through studies of lavender plantations in areas that are otherwise full of ticks. The plantations were nearly free of ticks while the surrounding areas were not. Now, what this means is having them planted en masse upsets the ticks. They just don't want to be around it. Which, by the way, last year when I did that barberry, exact opposite. They like it because the barberry somehow creates humidity zones for their young just by virtue of existing. So that's interesting. Now, to keep the ticks off you, just standing near a lavender plant is not good enough. Just having them by your doorway is not good enough, though it may help. When it comes to keeping the ticks off you, you actually have to put the lavender on you, the essential oil, which changes the scent of your body odor, so the ticks can't find you. They can't smell you. They can't taste you. That's gross. That is so gross. Ticks are just gross. It's basically a giant head with legs. Ugh. I don't know anybody who likes ticks. But anyway, that's beside the point. I went way off topic. But anyway, lavender is a very easy herb to grow. It's growing it from seed can be a little bit complicated. It's better to just get adult plants. You're going to save yourself a lot of heartbreak that way. I've grown it from seed before. It's like growing rosemary from seed. It's a pain in the It's a pain in the butt. Almost said the cuss word. But anyway, it's a pain. So I always recommend it. And I recommend the Phenomenal line. Personally, Phenomenal works best here. Plus, I can also make Muppet jokes. Phenomenal. But anyway, there's that. So this is Phenomenal Lavender. I'm going to have a mini update later when it gets bigger or when it blooms, which is not far off, I can tell. So that's it. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Please check the blog. It updates regularly. We're no longer on hiatus. Um, Please hit like or subscribe if you like this. If you have any questions, put them in the comments section. And as always, folks, keep them growing, and thanks for watching.